Keyboard enthusiasts. Um, you know, I have witnessed and heard musicians transpose music from one key to another key, from keys to keys, in ways that are too obvious to the listeners. Uh, for example, they can start playing a song in the key of C major, and all of a sudden they decide to transpose it to the D major, and then they move straight from the C major chord to the D major chord, which is okay. But the thing is, most people, most listeners will notice that you have done so. There are other subtle ways that you can transpose a song without too many people noticing that you have you have done so. So what I recommend to you is to when you when you're going to transpose a song, your music from one key to another key, think of common chords. Those are chords that belong to both keys. And also think of cadences such as 2-5-1 cadence. That means instead of going from C to D, straight from C to D, okay, like that, like this. Okay, hold on here. Okay, like C, C to D. You could you if you do if you did that, it would not be wrong, but it is too obvious. It is too obvious. I can hear it, and most, even people who are not musicians, they would probably hear that move. But you can try to do it in a more subtle way. If you think of cadences in the key, if you think of cadences in the key, you're going in the key, you're gonna transpose your music to 2-5-1. Okay, like for example, in the key of D major, you have also think of, well, when I say 2-5-1, I mean 2 minor or 2 minor seventh, followed by a dominant a type of dominant chord. So in the key of D major, the number 2 chord is E minor seventh, and the dominant seventh is A dominant seventh. So your 2-5-1 in the key of D major would be E minor seventh, followed by A dominant seventh, and resolving on D major chord, the chord that you are transposing your music to. So then, as you can see, E minor, which is the second chord in the key of D major, is also the third chord in the key of C major. So as I'm playing in the C major chord, I can use that common chord. E minor 7 or E minor, playing it as as the two of the D major scale, followed by A dominant seventh, and resolving on the one chord, which is D. And I can do this back and forth, from the two keys. So we're gonna try. We're gonna let's exercise a little bit. It's not a performance. We're going to experiment a little bit, trying to transpose from C to D, going to the cadence 251, which is E minor seventh, A dominant seventh, and resolving on the D major chord. It's not a performance. It's just an exercise. If we make mistake, that's okay. Okay, let's try. So we're gonna try to do a smooth transposition, not straight from C boom to D. Let's try that. Let's see. Let's make it interesting. Playing a little background here. Let's see. Okay. See? A7. See? D. Back to C major. E minor 7, A7, D major. Okay, you see that we did transpose from C to D, but in a somewhat subtle way. I'm sure most musicians will notice that change, but a lot of listeners will not even know that you have transposed the music, because you did it in such a subtle way. But if you go from C, straight from C, okay, and to D major, C, if you go straight from C major straight to D major, they're going to see you made a move, right? You transpose. They're going to notice your changes. So my advice to you is try to do that kind of smooth transition from key to key. Okay.